So I have this Bose system right here, and when I hit the power button, nothing happens. Now the remote is working because you can see the purple light. It's the IR. So the remote is working. It's just that that is not taking any input. So most likely one of the failure points in old IR devices is the receiver going bad. So I got to disassemble that unit, pull the IR receiver out of it, and put a new one in. So you can buy them on eBay, Amazon, Mauser, wherever. And I'm kind of a hoarder of old electronics and gizmos and things, pick stuff up at the dollar store kind of thing. I pulled this thing open, and what this thing is a I pulled the screwdriver out of it. It's kind of jammed in there. I was just using the wrong size screwdriver to, it kind of got wedged in there. So this is a thing that plugs in your cigarette lighter, and it gives you like a Bluetooth where you can take calls through your radio, I guess, and it's like a FM receiver, I guess, of some kind, and or Bluetooth. I think what this does is receives your calls through Bluetooth from your phone, and then it broadcasts it through FM, and there's a remote. So the remote is IR, and right there is a IR receiver. So I'm gonna, since the leads are nice and long and it's perfect, I can easily desolder this. And I wonder if I can zoom in on this on my phone here. Boop. Oh, come on, you. There we go. Wondering if I can. So they usually have 3 leads and like a little. So it allows infrared to travel through the lens, and then that device captures the IR signal. And usually they're like in a frequency. I think these are like 28 kilohertz or something, or 38 kilohertz or something. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I was in electronics class. But so what you'll do is desolder this, and then when we open that guy up, I have no idea. I gotta figure it out. So we gotta open that up, get the IR receiver, desolder it, and solder this one in its place. We cross our fingers, cross our toes, cross our eyes, and hope it works, because I don't want to blow anything up. But yeah, it should be kind of fun. So it's an experiment, because I like my radio. And so yeah, I would love to get that thing working. So when I'm working on my disasters here, on my projects and things, I have something to tune out. So I just turned this off. I just unplugged the subwoofer, so there's no power going to this unit. And the red light is out, so I'm going to look for a screw and remove a screw. In my electronics class, we had a thing called see a screw, remove a screw. So that's what I'm going to do. And there's this fancy rubbery material here, like eraser material, kind of. My guess is I got to peel that off. Most likely there's some screws under there. Let's do some discovery. So with the help of my pocket knife, I was able to separate a corner, and there's some screws. Yes, this is going to be an easy one. I think the easier one than this was my old Boston Acoustics media theater, whatever that was, digital theater, media, whatever they call those things. I added a Bluetooth module to that, and I might do the same thing with this, because this looks easy. Just audio in, out, or just in, actually. So maybe I can open this up and add a Bluetooth. I wonder what kind of power. I'll do that on the next video. This one I'm just going to fix it. So it looks like standard Philips. Well, I added some light. I turned my LEDs on. So what I did is I loosened up the screws here. I don't know if I did it all the way here. Yeah. Okay. It's kind of trying to leave the screws in the right place so I can know how it goes back together. Wow, this is a big heavy metal bit here. It's for the base to keep it heavy. And this is like stupidly easy. Oh my gosh. So, and the IR receiver's right back here. Oh my gosh, they could have made this harder. Like, wow, holy cow, that's easy. Huh, I was expecting like all kinds of electronics and fun stuff on here. I guess not. Wow. So how does that even work? So that goes there to those two. So it's just a... Jeez, I can reverse this. I can actually put a toggle switch on this to turn it on and off, or a push button. So when the IR goes bad, I can just put a push button on top. That's easy. It's such a simple circuit. How cool. Okay. All right. Well, what I'm going to do is get my power up this guy here and desolder that thing. And I got to find my solder wick stuff. Oh, here it is. My solder wick stuff here. And there's a million soldering, desoldering things online on YouTube and how to do this. So let me get this thing all warmed up here. I gotta know how to soldering, and then temperature 300 and something usually. They usually use lead free. So I gotta get that heated up. Hold on, I gotta jiggle this. Yeah, hold on, let me dinker with this. So now it's warming up. I had to tighten this. Apparently the sensor was, oh yeah, there it goes. I got a broken wire in this, it looks like. Oh, how fun. One more thing I gotta fix. So, should I fix this first or should I fix that? Let's fix that first, that's more fun. So I'm gonna desolder this thing since I don't have a tripod. Oh gosh, that thing's hot. Okay, alrighty then. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna desolder this thing right here, this little sensor right here. I wonder if I can do it right now with one hand. I have one hand holding the camera. No, I need two hands. Okay. With a little bit of desoldering fun, I got that guy out, and that is from that guy because that sensor is now missing. So let's see if I can get that one out. It should be just as easy or easier. Okay, so I got that guy out, and I had to bend the pins on this one a little bit to make it more line up because it's a different package style. And I'm hoping this is the same voltage, same spec, everything, just different packaging size. So I bent the pins kind of to make it fit. I'm just gonna desolder the holes to free up the pinholes so I can get the new sensor in there. Okay, cool. So I got them desoldered and cleaned up a bit. Definitely not a professional job, but just a garage hack, I guess. So just to let you know, that is lead-free solder, so I had to add some leaded solder to it to lower the melting point so I can get that guy out and cleaned out and everything. So now with the sensors and everything, let me go. Oh, I had the silicone backing here. That's so I don't burn my wooden desk. So, trying to work in the shadow here. Where can I get some light like that? Now you guys get the idea. You line up the holes, put it in, and then one thing you want to make sure though is the make sure the optical part of that sensor is facing forward. Otherwise, you're gonna have a hard time getting the light to the sensor if you don't do it that way. And then the other thing you can do is double check this thing and see how the hole for the IR side is more or less kind of vertical. So you want to make sure it's kind of lined up, I guess, enough so it can pass through. So now I'm going to hold it down, put some solder on there, and then give it a test. And just to make things a little easier, just use lots of flux. Just glob it on there. You can never use too much flux. There we go. There we go. That's enough. You know, you don't want it not adhering, and then you have a problem with your IR again. So, but anyways, so leaded solder, my solder of preference. So, do I have a way of propping this up? I don't, unless I don't have a way of propping up my phone and doing this with one hand, I guess. I'm still at 300 degrees. Yeah, that's good. So leaded fumes. Whoa, dude, leaded fumes. And yeah. That's a tragedy. I'm just joking about all that flux. That's way too much flux. I'm actually out of my electronics flux stuff in the tube, so I'm using some plumber's flux that I had for a plumbing job I had to do. So I'm gonna brush that up and clean it real quick and take a look. It's definitely not a professional job, but I don't see any cold joints. So now I can probably snip off the leads, but real quick, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug the subwoofer back in, and I'm gonna see if the this thing turns on when I hit the power button. Let me take a look here. So there we go. It's got power. Just don't short any of those too big together. I have the IR sensor there. I got the Bose genuine remote. Cross your fingers, cross your toes, and cross your eyes. Yes, it works. No smoke. I don't smell any smoke. Nothing's burning. That's a good day. That's how you do a garage repair job. So, yeah, these are like $3 or $4, I guess, on eBay. You can pick them up on, pick these things up on Mauser Electronics, AliExpress, whatever, or just salvage one from some broken, useless piece of technology. So, yeah, so, I mean, repurpose that to fix that. What a deal. So, again, oh, that's so nice. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'll take two. So, I'm going to put this back up, and I can start jamming out in my garage again. Yay. What a good day. Next, maybe I'll fix that.